Island of Okinawa has many different beaches. And when I say many, I mean many different beaches. In this documentary, we'll review a couple of them. First beach we'll take a look at is Naminoue beach. It's conveniently located close to the Asahibashi station and is the only beach within the city limits of Naha. It is accessible 24 hours a day and is a great place to spend an evening with your friends or a romantic date. Apart from that though, there are not a lot of nice things that come to mind when I think of this beach, but who knows, you may actually like it. I mean, if you're into things like homeless cats, or homeless humans with wacky street art. On a serious note, in this full panoramic view we can see that the biggest drawback of the beach is the presence of cement wave breakers which completely block the view. The size of the swimming area is also very small, especially when the tide is out. The only good thing about this beach is that it's a great place to hang out at night. Security guards tend to turn a blind eye on the swimmers, but will not tolerate fireworks. The sand is of decent quality but gets a little bit rough around the edges of the beach where you can find fragments of coral reefs. In my personal opinion, apart from attracting some of the most interesting and wacky individuals in Naha and being a cool place to hang out at night, this beach does not have much to offer. I give this beach a rating of 3 stars. And now we'll move on from my least favorite beach to my most favorite one. This is a wild beach located on the northernmost point of Okinawa, right next to the famous Hedo Cap. What's nice about this beach is that you get 3 wild beaches for the price of 1. The only way of accessing the other beaches seems to be by water. You can walk over to them because the water is only knee deep. This provides an even greater privacy if you don't wish to be seen by other campers. The driving distance from Naha is about 3 hours, but the trip is going to be worth every minute of your time. This is because close to half the route is going to be hugging the shoreline. In my opinion, it's one of the most scenic routes on the main island of Okinawa. The beach itself is also very scenic. First, a word of caution about wild beaches. You should never swim in unknown waters without first consulting the locals about the presence of strong currents and other potential hazards. Without proper knowledge, you risk getting sucked out to sea or getting smashed against the rocks. This place is ideal for beach camping. It is large enough to comfortably support a large amount of campers, and you can easily gather firewood brought in by the tides. In winter seasons, whales pass through this area. This is also a great place for diving and snorkeling, since the waters around Hedo Cap are full of coral reefs. Sand quality is very poor. It's very stony, grainy, there are lots of coral reefs, and shoes are a must. Hedo Cap's only drawback is the sand, so I give this beach 4 stars. Now we're going to travel from the most northern point to one of the most southern beaches of the island called Mibaru. If you're driving from Naha, you can reach this beach within 40 minutes. But the road is pretty boring. The Mibaru beach can be a great place to hang out with family and friends. There's lots of tables and chairs, and a small mountain behind the beach creates plenty of natural shade. You can also resupply at the friendly restaurant which is right in front of the beach. The place is rarely overcrowded since it's in the southern part of Okinawa, which is away from over-touristy places like Naha, Chatan and Okinawa City. All in all, it's a pretty decent beach, but because of its poor sand quality and presence of garbage, combined with a boring drive, I give this beach 3.5 stars. Our next and final beach is called the Ikei beach and is located on the island by the same name. It's 2.5 hours away from Naha and is accessible via a series of long bridges which pass through some truly breathtaking landscapes. The island is so remote that if you choose to venture outside of the beach, you will not find a single restaurant in town. There are also no corner stores like Lawson. On the beach you can rent things like propane barbecue, large overhead tent and even a room, like the one seen in this shot. The water is pristine and the beach is surrounded by small gorgeous islands with thick vegetation. The only downside to the beach is that everything closes at 5, so make sure to swim and shower before closing time. The beach is extremely clean, and this is the best quality sand I've seen in Okinawa. Honestly, it's one of those beaches that you simply don't want to miss. I give it 4.5 stars. If you enjoyed this video, please rate and leave your comments below.